stage is officially in the rearview mirror, and the stakes for the 2026 FIFA World Cup have just reached an absolute boiling point. We've finally arrived at the round of 32, where dreams are either realized or completely shattered in a matter of 90 minutes.
Okay, let's dive into this. With heavyweights flexing their muscles and massive underdogs pulling off the, literally, mathematically impossible, the biggest question on everyone's mind is simply this: who is actually going to survive the unpredictable chaos of this tournament?
Here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the state of the tournament, then the heavyweight favorites. After that, we'll cover the knockout chaos, the golden boot race, and finally, the road ahead.
Section 1. State of the tournament. 32 teams remain. 48 matches have been played. Over 200 goals have hit the back of the net, and now the field has been ruthlessly cut down to just 32 teams. The group stage gave us some absolutely incredible moments. But you know that safety net? It's completely gone. A single mistake, a bad bounce, or even just one lapse in concentration, and you're packing your bags. The margin for error is exactly zero now, which sets the perfect stage for the true tournament favorites to emerge. Man, if your team is still in this, your heart rate is probably already through the roof.
Section 2. The heavyweight favorites. Titans of the pitch. Now we're shifting our focus to those absolute juggernauts dominating the field and the odds boards right now. Now, what's really interesting about this is the outright dominance of France. Sitting at plus 185, Les Bleus are the heavy solo favorites. I mean, they've been cruising, putting up 3 goals a game, led by Kylian Mbappé and Ousmane Dembélé, who are operating at the absolute peak of their powers. But right behind them, you've got the reigning champs. Argentina is sitting at plus 410, proving they can still generate a genuine attacking threat even when Lionel Messi isn't carrying the whole shebang. Rounding out the top 5, we have Spain at plus 700, England at plus 850, and a really surging Brazil at plus 1,000.
So, the crucial point about these top contenders, particularly Spain, is their midfield mastery. As the power rankings noted, Spain are essentially unplayable through the center. They are anchored by Pedri controlling the tempo, Rodri shielding the transition, and 18-year-old phenom Lamine Yamal creating just absolute nightmares for defenders. When those three click, dominating possession and dictating the pace, they are a matchup that absolutely any opponent wants to actively avoid.
Section 3. Knockout stage chaos, upsets, and heartbreaks. Because as we all know, being a favorite on paper doesn't guarantee you a single thing in the knockouts. Let's pivot to the entirely unpredictable nature of the round of 32.
4-0. Before this week, that was Germany's historic perfect penalty shootout record in World Cup history. But, well, that perfect record was just completely shattered. Despite being the 10th-ranked team in the world and heavy favorites, Germany was stunned by 41st-ranked Paraguay. Paraguay took the lead, held on to forced penalties, and delivered a massive 4-3 shootout upset, sending the Germans home early. It was a stark reminder that legacy means absolutely nothing when you step up to the spot.
And you know what? The chaos didn't stop there. The United States just made some history of their own. Facing Bosnia and Herzegovina, the U.S. was dealt a massive blow and Fuller and Balogun was shown a red card in the 64th minute. But instead of crumbling, this short-handed American squad dug deep. Malik Tillman delivered a stunning free kick in the 82nd minute to secure a 2-0 victory with just 10 men. This resilient, backs-against-the-wall performance pushed their odds to win it all from plus 5,000 all the way down to plus 2,500, marking their best odds since the market opened.
Let's move 2N and see how this builds, because that was honestly just the appetizer for what might be the craziest story of the tournament: Belgium's absolute miracle against Senegal. Look at the 85th minute mark. Belgium was down 2-0. Their odds to win the tournament plummeted to plus 40,000. For all intents and purposes, it was mathematically over. But then, history struck. They scored 2 incredibly quick goals between the 86th and 89th minutes, becoming the very first team in World Cup history to avoid defeat after trailing by 2 past the 85th minute. The momentum completely flipped. They pushed it to extra time, and in the 125th minute, Yuri Tielemans drilled a penalty to cap off a jaw-dropping 3-2 victory.
Section 4. The Golden Boot Race, Clash of the Titans. Let's zoom in from the overarching team drama to the intense individual gladiator battles taking place.
And this brilliantly illustrates how incredibly tight the race is. The top is an absolute dead heat. France's Kylian Mbappé scored his second goal in their comfortable win against Sweden, officially matching Argentina's Lionel Messi with 6 goals apiece. but they definitely can't get comfortable because England's Harry Kane, who just scored a late brace against DR Congo, and Norway's Erling Haaland are lurking right behind them with 5 goals each. Literally every single touch in the final third could shift this balance.
What makes this tie at the top so poetic is the narrative behind it. On one side, you have Lionel Messi, who just became the all-time men's FIFA World Cup goal-scoring leader, carrying the weight of a truly legendary career. On the other side, you've got Kylian Mbappé, the defending 2022 Golden Boot winner, who is in absolutely unstoppable form right now, ready to seize the throne. It is a true clash of generations playing out in real time, right before our eyes.
Section 5. The road ahead. Round of 16 approaches. With the round of 32 officially wrapping up, it's time to look ahead at the highly anticipated matchups on the horizon.
Let's quickly catch you up on the rest of the advancing bracket. Brazil showed massive improvement, holding off a very disciplined Japan squad 2-1. Mexico asserted their dominance at the Azteca with a 2-0 shutout over Ecuador. Canada earned their first knockout win ever with a stoppage-time goal to beat South Africa 1-0. And Norway edged out Côte d'Ivoire 2-1 in an absolute thriller. The field is really taking shape, and the intensity is only ramping up from here.
But the matchup everyone has circled on their calendars for Monday is the massive round of 16 clash between the United States and Belgium. You have a surging, incredibly resilient U.S. team fresh off a historic 10-man victory, going head-to-head against a Belgian squad riding the momentum of literally the greatest late-game comeback in World Cup history. 2 teams that absolutely refuse to quit. Honestly, this is exactly why we watch the sport.
So what does this all mean? We'll leave you with this final thought. With titans of the pitch like France and Spain looking basically unplayable, yet massive underdogs proving that no lead is safe and no ranking matters, who is going to write the final chapter of the 2026 World Cup? The margin for error is gone. The chaos has just begun. Keep your eyes on the pitch, and we'll see you for the next round of this incredible tournament.